Hashtag behind the net friending curtain. Hashtag newbie school. Listen, I wanted to say it that way because this is going to be my first in a in a series of, are you creating content from scratch every day? Or would you like to learn how to just simply document the content that you are in the process of creating that you're not documenting that could be your content? Okay, now if you didn't understand that's why I wanted to start the way that I did. Hi, I'm Roy Montero. I'm the founder of the Net Friending Movement. Hashtag Net Friending. Net Friending, not networking. Because net friending is the softer side of networking. Friendship first, businessship second. You can either go out into the world and compete, or you can collaborate. You can be the lone wolf, and when you fall down, there's no wolf around to pick you up or to go for help. I think Eight Below was a good one for that. That means the show is on in 21 minutes. So, got to get ready for that. Here's what I'm doing. I'm showing people that when you do net friending, not networking, like others have taught you or you taught yourself, that there's an easier way, because when you're the lone wolf or the lone dog or the lone person, when you fall down, there's nobody around to pick you up. And in the process of your journey, you are enjoying the journey, are you not? Is your faith focused on the outcome or the outlook? I won't unpack it now. I'll just present the question. You ponder it for a couple of hours, like Chuck did the other day when he told me that when I mentioned it to him on our live show. He said he pondered it for 2 hours. He's making new decisions for Chuck in his business, in his personal life, and it's all because April and I decided to talk it out instead of act it out. And we're building our parachute on the way down after jumping off a cliff, because we don't have to get it perfect to start live streaming. April started 2.5+ years ago. Actually, in 2 days, it'll be 2 years and 8 months. Our Friendiversary Day. Yes, she started that. It's Friendiversary, not Friendversary like Facebook says it. So I like the way she says it better because it more closely resembles a MASH word. Yeah. So we love MASH words here, and we have one that I just learned that isn't mine. And I didn't know it, but it came through someone from the group, the challenge, the Lady Tribe Challenge, hashtag Lady Tribe Challenge. It came through there, and I knew it would, and I started documenting all of this. And you can document it too if there's a challenge that you're going to jump in. Necessarily the challenge. The challenge for me is the challenge within a challenge. And if you want to know what's happening and going on over there, let us know. Just go to our Net Friending Facebook group, right? Go to our page, follow it so you can get notifications of our live show, which we do like every day, Monday through Thursday. We're looking for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday hosts. If you can do it, I don't know, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it doesn't matter. 11 minutes or less, it doesn't matter. Up to 11 minutes or less, a quick show on our channel. Or let us know that you want to do blank. Tell us your front story, and we'll find the help for you. Or because of your live taking a seat next to us and unpacking your front story, people now can see it, and they can go, oh, that's what I want. I want to connect with you. I want to collaborate with you. I want to co-opetition with you. So, like I said, you can either go out there and compete with your competition, or you can collaborate with your competition. And competition, I define very simply the net friending way. Competition is somebody who is doing what you're doing. Yeah? At its lowest common denominator. Somebody that's selling what you're selling. So for example, let's use Mary Kay. So if you're in Mary Kay, then you have the same products as everybody else in Mary Kay. And what's the difference? You're the difference. So your USP, your unique selling proposition is you. So if you don't know who you are and how you present yourself to the world and how you show up, and we're going to blab you, that's the acronym hashtag blab with a 2 in the middle. If you look for that hashtag online on Google on any platform, okay, maybe not any platform, for right now, it's Facebook. And you might find it on Twitter, but not much. And you might find it on Instagram and a little bit more, but not as much as Facebook. So, yeah, we're a community. We're a movement. We're a tribe. We're a collaboration. We're a co-blaboration. So what's a blab? Hashtag blab. You spell the word blab, and then you put a 2 in the middle. And if you want to get really specific, it's a lowercase a. Now, what that means is body language 2.0 and beyond. Everybody understands body language, or do you? Maybe you haven't. Maybe you don't even know how you show up in the world. So you can take a seat next to April and myself, and we'll blab you. Go blab yourself, and then come let us blab you, because I'm pretty sure you've already blabbed yourself. But I think you need to get a checkup from the neck up when it comes to your emotions and your thoughts about who you are. See, you are both reputation and character, right? To me, if I don't know you yet, then it's your reputation, which means I'm going by what other people say about you. And you may not like that. But when I blab you face to face, first meeting, meet and greet, I will let you know how you show up for me. And then you tell me, how is it true or not true, or how close that is on a scale of 1 to 10. I always like that. I like it when I hear those 7s, 8s, 9s. I hear it 10 every now and then, and I love that. It's like, wow, you nailed it. I didn't know people could know that and understand that about me. So it's both a little scary and exhilarating all in the same breath, all in the same sentence. And as you watch other people do it from the sidelines, then you'll want to share a comment or two, and then we'll acknowledge you, and we'll ring the bell for you and stuff. It's like, oh, look, she's new. He's new. Look. And if that doesn't mean you're feeling celebration from us, then I don't know what's going to do it for you. Then you need to just keep doing the mediocre thing instead of the prestigious thing. And mediocre people and prestigious people are separated by their action or their inaction. So Maya Angelou says, hey, there's a one-liner for that. And I'm going to ring the net friending bell for that, because how would you like to say to your mom, hey, Mom, I got a net friending bell ring from Roy tonight? And she's like, yes, because, you were kind of sort of planning it, because we're that big now, and we're in your town, and we're in your niche, and we're in your genre, and we're in your no, okay, maybe not that way. Listen, I'm having fun while I'm doing this. I'm building my parachute on the way down. That means that I do 3 B's to anything. I blueprint last. It's like, how do you do this blueprint? Well, you get together with first with yourself, because you can brainstorm by yourself. Just brain dump. So my 3 B's to anything. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to slow down. Storm. Brain dump, blueprint. Right? So you brainstorm, you just take everything that's in your brain and you put it on the table. So what does that look like? Well, what I'm doing right now. I'm brain dumping all this onto a video, and you guys are going to watch it, and you're going to give me feedback, and then I'm going to do it again and again and again until all these puzzle pieces that are in my head and now in your head, along with the puzzle pieces that were already in your head, and you're going like, all right, there's some overlap here. Oh my goodness, I see this. It's like, Roy, come and look at this. Can I send you like a 15-minute meet and greet that I just did with so-and-so? Because I would love for you to critique it. Blab it. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it's already happening in slow little stages, and that's why I'm documenting it. So here we go. So this is what happens behind the curtain. Oh, I didn't even know this popped up, because you know what I do? See, if I would have been looking at my screen, I would have got that pop-up right away. But see, it popped up, and so then you can see how long I was away from the screen And I didn't leave when it popped up, so I'd already been away because I walk back and forth to my office with my eyes closed. Yeah? I literally think on my feet. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not on campus, because when it's my turn to talk, and even if it's not, I'm walking. Some people call it pacing back and forth in your office with your eyes closed. I think the best that way. There's no distractions. And when you build a relationship with me, there's no distractions either. You don't have to watch my face or my empty chair or me getting in and out of my chair or me hooping and hollering and turning around and going to the bookshelf and getting the bell and ringing the bell. And, I go on mute and then I take swallows of water and juice and run around and go turn off my 12 minutes till the bottom of the hour, and that's when the show's going to start. So that's a good way for me to speed this up. See? I keep myself in check. Okay, let's do this really fast. So, yes, I put this, attention, must watch. Whenever I put this in an inner circle, you better give me your attention, and you better must watch. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Do what you can. Do the best you can. And when you know better, do better, right? That's Maya Angelou. I love her one-liner. And that's the difference between mediocre people and prestigious people. Mediocre people know better, but they don't do better. And prestigious people know better. And the minute they know better, or, sometimes they have to ride their flat tire a day or two. But if you ride it beyond that, oof, yeah, you're not prestigious. You can't be in the inner circle. See ya. Bye. And I'm just that blunt. That's okay, because we're here to all help you. So when you fall down 1 or 2 or 3 days, just tell us, I fell down. I need some help. Okay, so we're going to go fast through all of this. And if you don't know who that is, you should. New episodes, just 1 week away. And it is October 19th, 2028. And you can see what the ladies are saying by just stopping the video. And I'm not going to play every single one of these, because I don't have time. But I'm going to play this one, the last one. Listen to this.
So your focus is...
Wait a second. Here's what I want to say. So if you don't know your purpose on the planet, then you're going to find out right now. And then if you know your purpose in a general way, not good enough. You need to know it in a specific way. And when you do, come talk to us. And if you don't know, then come to us anyway, because we can help you with it. We just go to go to Newbie School. Net Friending Newbie School will be free, because that's to see if you can make it into Masterclass. And if you can make it into Masterclass, and you're one of the first 121 founding partners of the Net Friending movement, as I want, because April's number 1 and Nichole is number 2, and there they are right there. So first follower, second follower, 121 followers, right? So how are we going to do that? One person at a time, or one tribe at a time. And now we have an opportunity to, do a challenge where there's like 1,500 people besides Nichole and Carrie and now Deborah and all the other ladies that Kelsey and who else? Fallon Zoe. She's the tribe leader, actually. So how could I forget her, right? Anyway, she came up and talked with us, and I'll show you that stuff later too, because if you know Fallon Zoe, then you can see her being curious and taking a seat and being courageous and taking a seat next to me and April and all of that. So that's a really cool deal. Okay, here we go. So if you don't know your purpose, come here and we'll, because April didn't know her purpose prior to meeting me 2.5 years ago, and listen to what she says now.
Is on young women. And that's probably my secondary focus. So your focus is on young women, and that's probably my secondary focus. My primary focus has always been, since my son got diagnosed with autism, has been to reach the moms out there who have kids with special needs, not just autism, but cerebral palsy and spina bifida, and just there's so many kids now being born with abnormalities, as they would be called, right? But I don't see it as abnormal. Like Joyce says in her message, it's turning your mess into your message. It's seeing the beauty in the things that other people may not see as beautiful. I want to reach those moms who are struggling, who think their life is just over and done with because they have a child that requires extra attention, Gotta reach those women. And I know you feel me on that, right?
And so, one sec. So you remember this, right? Turn your pain. So I'm going to do a hashtag. Hashtag, I still have pain from the past. Title cap it so it's easy to read for people. And that's going to be a hashtag that people are going to be able to find each other within the net friending movement and beyond and to talk it out. Because you might not have somebody in your family where you can talk out the pain of the past simply because, yeah, they're too close to it or that's embarrassing or. Because you're acting it out. I guarantee you're acting it out if you haven't talked it out. So that's why net friending, and we don't have to do this publicly, but we do it semi-publicly within the net friending Facebook group. Okay, and we can have any amount of people in there and so on and so forth, and we'll do it as long as you feel safe within our group setting for free. But if you want like deeper help, deeper insight as to what you need to do step by step, lowest common denominator, then yeah, we have some. I'm going to have a $7 club. I'll have a $97 club, a $197 club, and whatever type of deep dive you need, we'll have. Anyway, I want you to focus in on tragedy into triumph, mess into message, and test into testimony. These are my words. These are not Joyce's words, but she's talking about special needs parents. And I want you to watch that with us. Okay, wait a second. Before I show you that, let me show you this. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. So earlier this morning, my time, local time, I'm in California. I woke up and saw this. There was like a lot of message between last night and waking up. So you can see what I say here. They both laugh. And, greetings. Happy Friday, ladies. But here's my thing. You guys can read this. Okay, maybe I should read it. So here's what I'm asking. So this was in my head, and I just say hot off the presses. Again, when I put attention, that means if you're somebody that doesn't have enough time to read everything that 2 or 3 or 20 people are saying, or 200 or 2,000 inside of a Facebook group chat like this, or chat group, I should say, Facebook chat group, then you need to put, as the creator, as the admin or admins, you should put attention, because that way people can bypass all the other stuff if they don't have time, but at least get to all the stuff that has attention, so they can do a keyword search. And if you don't know, you can search over here on the side, see? Search in conversation, and then that brings up a search bar right here, and then you can just type whatever you want to type in there. Capiche? All right, I gotta go. Hold on. Oh, okay. I get it. All right, let me just finish this up because I need to finish this up. This is going to be okay. If you don't have a marketing message, you need one. If you don't have a moniker, you need one. So I'm known as Roy Montero, the speed relationship guy, first and foremost. And then Roy Montero, founder of the net friending movement. Do you see what I'm saying? Roy Montero, founder of the net friending masterclass and the net friending, hashtag net friending, prestigious people search engine. So you give people a moniker and you give them a front story. Okay, so here's my marketing message. And I asked the ladies to rate it between 1 and 10 for me, please. I do this often with April. I've never done it with Nichole. So this is my first opportunity to do it with Nichole. So let's go through this. So I found this in my email today. First time I ever saw this one-liner. Never saw this one-liner before. And Jim Rowan's no longer with us. And for those of you who don't know who Jim Rowan is, if you know who Zig Ziglar is, then you need to know who Jim Rowan is. Okay? Because they're contemporaries. All right. Is your head filled with metaphorical candy and chips? Okay. Yeah, maybe it is. Then it's time to put it on the mind-nourishing diet of daily success. So if you don't know Big Mo, as John Maxwell puts it, it's momentum. If you don't understand momentum, then you need to understand momentum, and then you will do something every single day. And I'll tell you right now, doing it as a lone wolf, like I said earlier at the beginning of this video, doing it the lone wolf, when you get tired and you don't want to do it, there's nobody there to pump you up. There's nobody there to cheer you on. There's nobody there to help you and say, have you thought about this? And it's like, no, I didn't. That's great. Good. I'm still in the game. Because you will drift. By yourself, you will drift. You need some oars, right? And you need to be, but still, rowing by yourself, that's not good. Roll with other people, or row with other people. Roll too. Roy Montero, that's me, has a personal growth plan by osmosis for you. And it's only an 11-minute invest of your time each day. Join the net friending movement and transform your life. Notice I didn't say change. Transform your personal and professional life in 60 days or less, just like April 2.0 did. And I forgot to put something, so I got an 11 from April. And then I redid it because I forgot to put the bottom part here. Click here to watch April's front and back story. And now if that doesn't get you curious, then I don't know what will. And so see this time, 11:08 a.m.? So April and I are into biblical numberology. Not numerology, numberology. Biblical numberology. So 11 is a master number 2, and 2 is witness. 8 is either starting over or new beginnings. And so Nichole put 12 at this particular time. Now, what time did I put this out? Let's see. April did this at what time? 9:57. And when did I put this out? Doesn't it have a time stamp? Oh my goodness, it doesn't. Huh. Alrighty then. Well, I don't know, but it had been an hour, so it's it's been an hour and some odd minutes. So the what should I say? The chances of these, odds, these are kind of high odds, especially since it didn't happen like the very next second or whatever, and even if it did. So that's an indication that I'm on the right track, especially since the ladies gave me an 11 and a 12, and I asked them to give me a rating between 1 and 10. And you can read what I said here and hear what I do the, all of this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And here's what Nichole said. We're all in agreement. We're all in alignment here. Excuse me. Let me just read what she actually said. I was looking at the other screen. I got to run. But I want to play Joyce really quick. We are all in alignment together. I really love this net friending way. Y'all, seriously, this is new beginnings. See? So she's starting to learn the numbers, and she's starting to see it. She's starting to apply it. Now, I'm not going to say this is 100%. It's not. You'll see way more numbers, and you'll go, okay, well, maybe I won't think that I'm on the right track, or maybe I'll turn left or turn. Listen, this is between you and God, okay? When you develop the type of relationship that I have with the Lord, I'm 61, so I'm going on 31 years on the Lord, in the Lord, okay? So, and I don't just go to church on Sunday. Okay, this is a daily walk with the Lord. This is a moment-by-moment walk with the Lord, okay, for 30 plus years. So, and by the way, I'm not doing religion. Jesus didn't die so that I could have a religion with him. He died so that I can have a relationship with him. But you have to choose it, because initially, when you're born, you don't have a relationship with Jesus. So you have to choose this. And again, it's not religion. And if you want to know more, and if you don't know, because April didn't know anything about the Bible. She didn't know anything about Jesus other than her mom was a Jew and her dad was a Catholic, one who hates Jesus and one who loves Jesus. And it's like, hello, how cray-cray can you possibly get? So when she came to me at age 44 or 43, I think, one of those two, I would build a relationship with her and just start talking about truth. And you can't talk about truth without talking about Jesus, because he's the truth. Anything else isn't. And if people want to argue with me on that, then you're not for me. You're not my ideal target audience, and I get it. Thank you very much. But please step aside so I can pass. There's no need for you to rail against me and tell me all the reasons why you don't believe what I believe, because I don't care. you're not you're not going to get me to believe the lie that you believe. And I can prove to you there's a lot of chatter. I can talk to you for 15 minutes and you will be running for the hills if you don't want to make a new decision and transform your life rather than just to change it. There's a difference, right? Changing your life, you can change back. That's cray cray. You've seen it. People change and they went from, 100 pounds overweight to, weight, and then they gained it all back. And you've probably heard of yo-yo diets. It's not that the diet is a yo-yo. It's that the person is doing a lifestyle that they don't believe. You have to believe. Anyways, Nichole says, love that. And look at, it's like an 11-minute message. Oh, and look at the time, April and Nichole. Look at that time. And then, oh my goodness, and the whole thing. You guys see 20? 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5, that's 20, right, guys? Yeah, and separately it's a 9 and an 11. Oh my goodness, I should even play this. But I want to play Joyce first. So, and then I go with my, hashtag right here. So, love that Nichole is getting on board with some of this stuff, even if she doesn't know what all this stuff is about. She's in. I love it. You're in until you're out, So you might as well do better when you know better instead of fighting it and riding your flat tire because it's not going to get any better. But that's okay because there's no rush. If there's one thing everybody knows here, there's no rush. So Nichole just said something like, I'm out on the road. I can't get no internet. I can't get no, that's, okay, my grammar sucks. But anyway, my point is, she said she'll catch up all of this later because April and I have been going fast and furious with all the information, all the knowledge we want to share, the wisdom we want to share that we have learned about how to do what, well, everybody wants to do, needs to do, and that is to be a better version of yourself each and every day and to go from your name 1.0 to your name 2.0, right? And so let me play Joyce's message for you. So Joyce's message is so apropos. Don't waste your pain. The reason you have pain in your life, the reason you have tragedy, trials, temptations, tribulations, call them what you will, any discomfort you have, it's not to get rid of that pain because it will be gone when you learn the lesson. That's the lesson in the pain followed and accompanied by a blessing because you learned it. Otherwise, you have to go through the same thing over and over and over again. And then if you've ever said to yourself, why me? Or why me again? Or why is this here again? I saw this last week. I saw this last year. It's because God is an orderly God. He's going to give you step 1, step 2, step 3, step done. But step done is when he calls you home. In between, some 70, 80, 90 years, some of us 100 plus, you need to not waste your pain. So listen to this, just a quick clip right here that Joyce is going to share with us that relates to April and now to Nichole.
Boy, her life turned out so much different than what she thought it was going to. I remember her before she got married and looked like she was going to be a really good preacher, and she worked for us for a while in our prison ministry, and she got married and she had a daughter, and her first daughter had cerebral palsy and was autistic in addition to that. And so she's had, needless to say, a rough go. She had a little boy and they told her he was autistic and she stood against it and said, no, he's not, I'm not having it. And he ended up being okay. But instead of just being bitter and resentful because her life didn't turn out the way that she thought it was going to, she has made it a ministry now she's trying to work with as many churches as possible to get them to have a special program, a special room, and get volunteers who will take care of the special needs kids on Sunday morning so the parents can have that one time a week to sit in church together. Because see, when you, like, I don't know what that's like because I've never dealt with that. But she's taking, see, when you take something bad and you turn it around and try to do something good with it, then that alleviates a lot of your pain. That doesn't mean that it's still not difficult where days are at, but I'm using what happened to me to try to help other people, because I've seen what God can do in your life if you'll do things His way. The world just sees things so differently, and they don't understand that you can have a tragedy and come out of it triumphantly, actually better than you were when you went into it. That's the kind of God we serve. Come on, that's the kind of God we serve. He can take a tragedy and turn it into a blessing. See, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, but I tell you one thing I do know, and I believe this. I'm not just preaching. I believe that if we want God's will and we love Him, that He will take everything that happens to us and work it out for our good. I believe that. Some of the people that work for me and people that we hang out with, we have a little saying, this is going to end well. This is going to end well. Come on. Whatever you're going through right now, if you'll do things God's way, it's going to end well. Now, I'm not making any promises to the disobedient, but if you're willing to love God and do what He's telling you to do, come on. And we're talking this weekend about getting better and not bitter, being burnt but not bitter. And that means letting go of all this junk from the past, and don't offer up an excuse. You don't know what they did to me. You don't know how hard it is. I do know how hard it is. God does not anoint us to do easy stuff. We have the power of the Holy Spirit in our life because we can do, listen to me, we can do whatever God tells us to do because He helps us do it.
Amen. Okay, so I'll end here. This is a great message. There's more to it. There's probably another 13 minutes, and I started at 11 minutes in, so there's another 24 minutes or what have you. Again, don't waste your pain, part 2. Enjoy everyday life. You just Google that, and there's the message for you. See, the way I do everything, it's like, I love what John Maxwell says. He says that most of my best thinking has been done by other people. Me too. Guess what? You too. Right? You too. Because the only thing you knew when you came to planet Earth from Almighty God through your parents, who may or may not have a relationship with God, may or may not pass that down to you. I had 2 really great parents. They passed down that, how do I say it? I was their firstborn. My mom was in Hitler's concentration camp. She could have been really, really bitter because she's the oldest of 6 kids. She was there from age 11, I think, to age 12, 2 years. And she watched her mom die at the hands of Hitler. And she didn't even know where her father was. He wasn't with them. I don't know. She didn't even know if he got captured or whatever until later in life. But anyway, she taught us kids, since I forgave Hitler, you need to forgive everyone who, has hurt you, will hurt you. And she taught us how to do that. I won't get into it right now. We'll have a module on forgiveness, a class on forgiveness. We'll have a show, a topic on forgiveness, because that's what we do. We talk about relationships, friendships, and relationships. And, oh man, I can go on and on. I better quit. So, going to stop right here and say, #netfriending. That's it. If you're new to all of this, if you're seeing this, this is your first to anything that I'm doing, saying, being, it's just #netfriending. Look it up in Google or go to facebook.com or fb.com/netfriending. Okay, this is Roy Montero. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Toodles!